Now let's look at our binary covalent compounds. That's a mouthful. Binary is just telling us that there's going to be two different elements in it, and only two elements. And they're going to be covalent. Now, keep in mind that these are all going to be nonmetals. Covalent, after all, right? So we don't get to put the metal in front anymore. What we do is we look at the leftmost nonmetal that we have for that set. And that's going to be the first element. Then we put the other element on there and we name it like it's an anion. Let's just get an example of something like that. How about SO2? Notice there's no charge on this, so it's not one of our ions. Don't go scrambling to remember your oxoanions right now because it's not one of them. You don't have a charge, you're not an ion, you're not an oxoanion. So, SO2. Our first element furthest to the right or bottom is going to be sulfur. So it goes first. This one will be sulfur. Then for the next one, it's going to be ox, and then oxygen, and gets the IDE ending instead, so ide, oxide. So this will be a sulfur oxide. The thing is, how are we going to distinguish that from SO3? We can't rely on the charges because there are no charges. That only works for the ions. For ions, we don't need to specify numbers. But for binary covalent compounds, we're going to have to. We need to specify how many of each we've got. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a prefix for that number of the atom. Usually we do that at least. Now for the first word, if there's only one of them, we don't bother saying mono. So in this example, this would not be mono-sulfur, it would be sulfur. I have two oxygens, so it would be dioxide. So sulfur dioxide would be this one's name. This one would be sulfur trioxide. Okay, so there's some examples of the nomenclature for it right there. Now, let me go ahead and erase things. Some of our trivial names are so common that they supersede our systematic names. You don't need to use systematic nomenclature for the binary covalent compound H2O. However, you see a lot of people online who do that to make sure that you understand how there's a lot of chemistry scare things out there that are not necessarily based in truth, or if they are based in truth, they're explained in such a way that it becomes very scary. For an example of that, let's go ahead and create the name for water. So it's hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is at the beginning, so it's hydrogen. Oops, sorry, let me just start that again. Hydrogen, di, so dihydrogen. Now for the second word, we will use the prefix mono. Now if it's oxide, we don't write monooxide. That's a little repetitive and sounds like a stutter. So we write monoxide. It's a little weird how we sometimes just drop letters, but you'll get the hang of it. So if you hop online and search for dihydrogen monoxide, you will find all kinds of scary facts about it, like how it's an inhalation hazard, how you can drown in it, how it can cause chemical and severe thermal damage to your skin. Yeah, if you stick your hand in boiling water, that certainly will do some damage. If you inhale water, it will do some damage. It's kind of having a little bit of fun with people. It's a fun one to go read, and it's a good way for you to remember a binary covalent compound that you'll know the systematic nomenclature for. Water is dihydrogen monoxide. Now there's also ammonia and methane. And hey, remember how from those ions that you had to memorize there was ammonium and it was NH4+. It's just ammonia with an H+ attached to it. So that's what ammonium is. It's ammonia with an H+ on it. So that's one of the reasons you need to know both those words. Now, here's another one as an example. I'm going to ask you, go ahead and pause the video and give this one a try. Okay, so P is going to be phosphorus. And of course, it's the first word, so we don't put a mono. We have chlorine. It's the second one, so it gets the IDE ending. So it's going to be chloride. It's got 3 of them, so it'll be a tri prefix. So it'll be phosphorus trichloride. Notice lowercase for all of it, unless, of course, it's the beginning of a sentence. So yeah, phosphorus trichloride.